Hello, I'm Aldrahill, and this is Marksmen in the Jungle, a new series I'll be doing in League of Legends, wherein I'll be taking marksmen into the jungle and seeing how they fare. Each episode I'll give the pros and cons for each marksman for their capacity in the jungle, as well as their strengths and weaknesses with regards to ganking and jungling in general. Today we'll be looking at my current favourite ADC, Vayne. Vayne is widely known as the late-game hyper-carry of the bot lane. It is said that no matter how far Vayne is behind everyone else, no matter how crappy her laning phase was, as long as the game gets past 40 minutes, she'll manage to be relevant in the game regardless of what happens. This is because of the max health damage of her W, allowing her to keep up a nice output of damage no matter who she is against. Couple that with a single target disengage tool with her E, and the movement speed gained from her ultimate, Vayne is a nigh unstoppable kiting machine in the right hands. In the jungle, however, let's find out. Playing Vayne in the jungle means that you're hoping for two things. One, that your teammates understand that you're going to be very little help early game, and two, that your team is on board with having very little presence in general into the late game. Being in the jungle is a lot like being in lane, except for the fact that if the enemy jungler attacks you, you don't have a big strong turret, or even a thresh to protect you. It's all on you, baby. One good thing about the jungle, there's plenty of walls. The huge amount of terrain in the jungle means that Vayne can use her Condemn to push and stun anyone attacking her and accosting her when she's trying to farm that delicious jungle creeps. She pretty much has to run away straight after that because, she's an underfed Vayne. But she's got that going for her, which is nice. It's something. The goal to playing Vayne in the jungle is to farm, and farm. Your Nasus, your Harvest Moon, your late game Banished. Farming is what you do. Ganking? I mean, you could try, but it won't necessarily be easy. Pre-6, Vayne has no decent repositioning tools other than her short-range tumble to get close to enemies, and her Condemn is the only thing she can use to help keep the enemies damn still. After 6, Vayne gains a nice chunk of movement speed from her ultimate, but it still means she is ultimately just running at an enemy. Basically, you're going to be ganking anyone unless they're horribly out of position. As long as you can farm intelligently, buying wards when you can to ensure that you know when you're being counter-jungled, and trust me, you will be counter-jungled. Focus on farming as much as you can and laying tax whenever you can, when it helps the game out, then you can definitely reach that late game powerhouse Vayne, even though you're in the jungle. The trick is you just have to keep farming, and praying the entire time that your team can keep their lanes at least even. When your teammates start losing their lane, perhaps they got ganked by a, more active jungler, it can create a spiral of distrust from your teammates and not help create a good game atmosphere because they could feel as if you're not contributing to the game sufficiently. However, that said, if you keep farming and keep up that delicious creep score, you can give presence in the map through attempted ganks and maybe even some counter jungling if you know they're far away. And hell, you'll take down dragons super fast. The fact of the matter is, no matter what happens during your game, Jungle Vayne will end up as another ADC. And who doesn't want a second ADC? Assuming your team composition can support it, and your team is understanding of a need to wait until late game, don't condemn Jungle Vayne before you try to. I was Aldrahill and I'll continue to be, and this has been Marksmen in the Jungle, Vayne Edition. Thanks for watching.